requirement of the rules for construction of CFG from a given PTA. And then what are the assumptions to be needed to be assumed while performing these steps are also assumed in the previous classes. Now next one is as per rule number 1, we have already added the initial start symbol of the CFG, which is written here. And then by considering rule number 2, we have started adding production rule of this format whenever we find the transition function of this type. So next one, right? The next one, right? Let me use different color. Okay. So from the given question, let me just select this one. Okay, let me just select this one. This is the given push-down automata, one of the transition function of the push-down automata given. And then in this given transition functions, right, we are going to apply rule number 3. Okay, rule number 3 is this one. We are going to apply rule number 3, and then by following rule number 3, as per the rule number 3, if the transition of this format delta q comma a comma capital X is equal to r comma x1 x2 then till xk, if the transition of this format, then we have to add the production of this format. Okay, so we are going to apply this particular number one transition functions, right? We are going to apply rule number 3, and then we'll be adding the corresponding production rule for the required context-free grammar. Now let me rewrite this one. Okay, let me rewrite this one. I don't know, from last class onwards, I could not use this one. Okay, fine, let me rewrite this. Let me rewrite this here, number 1. I'll write near this space I'll write, so that we'll know like how to use the rule number 3. Delta Q naught comma A comma Z naught Q naught Z1 Z naught. Okay, this is the transition of this format as per rule number 3. If the transition of this format, then we have to insert the production in this format. Okay, now in order to apply this one, right, we need to specify this Q, R, A, then capital X and all. So let me just specify that here. Let me just specify that one here. Let me write this as Q, this as A, this as capital X, this is R, this is X1, this is X2. Okay. Now we have already identified Q, A, X, R, X1, X2. If you have the transition of this format, then we have to insert like this. So how to insert? Let me tell you. By applying rule number 3, how to insert? Let me tell you. I don't know if it. Okay, fine. Let me insert the first part. Q naught. Q is Q naught here. That's why I've written Q naught. And then X, in our case, this X is Z naught. That's why I've written Z naught here. And then this R, right? It's not R, it's QK. Instead of R, it has to be QK. Okay. What do we mean by QK means? In our given push-down automata, how many states are there? 3. Q0, Q1, Q2. Remember? Q0, Q1, Q2. So for all the states, you need to mention this one. Okay. So for the time being, I'm going to select Q0 first. So let me write Q0 here. After this, A. In our case, A is this one. So let me write A. And then here also another rules we need to follow. We need to write R, which is Q0, Q0, and then X1, X2, X1, X2. So in our case, X1 is Jet1, X2 is Jet0. Okay, I haven't filled these states yet. Okay, and then for this Q, capital X, QK, right? We need to write this combination of Q naught, Jet naught, Q naught, Q naught, Jet naught, Q1, Q naught, Jet naught, Q2. Like that we need to write. Again, what about this internal combination? Regarding this internal combination, right? There's a rules we need to follow. See here, in this case, this Q1 and Q1 is equivalent to each other. So if you're going to insert, definitely you have to insert Q naught because all the QK you need to mention. It has to start from Q naught and then Q1, then Q2. So this two has to be similar. And then the last one. The last one means this has to be similar with this. So let me write Q naught. Okay, this one we are going to follow. So now I don't have much space here. So I'm just explaining how to apply rule number 3 here. Now let me write these things in the below space. So now I'll use the different color. Let me write the transition. Actually, in our context-free grammar, we should need not write the transition function, but let me write the transition function here so that when you're applying rule number 3, you'll know which one is which one, where we are writing which part, okay? That's why I'll write the transition function. This is transition function number 1. Let me just write Q naught, Jet1, Jet0. For this one, right, let me use green color. Green color are going to represent the production rules for the required context-free grammar. So let me write the production rules corresponding to this transition function by applying rule number 3. Q naught, Jet naught, whatever is there inside this square bracket, right, they are going to be represented as a non-terminal for our required context-free grammar. Let me write it first and then I'll explain down for you, okay? For a single transition function after applying rule number 3, these are the numbers of production rules to be added in our required context-free grammar. Purposely, I'm using different color, okay? Purposely, I'm using different color so that while explaining it will be easy for you guys to understand. Let me write it. For the transition function number 1, I'm inserting all these production rules by applying rule number 3. So this blue color is also part of that one. Let me just write it first. Don't get confused, okay? QK means all the states we need to insert. Q0, Q1, Q2. That's why this many numbers of production rules are being generated for the transition function number 1. Again, for another 3 set, let me use, okay, fine, red color I'll use. See the pair how I'm writing? Q1, Q2, Q2. Now see here, let me just explain. For this transition function number 1, I have utilized rule number 3. Let me write it, rule number 3. Using rule number 3, and then the following 9 number of production rules are being generated. Why number 9 is being generated means, see here, as per the rule number 3, we have to insert all the non-terminals combining Q capital X, QK. I mean Q capital X, Q naught, Q capital X, Q1, Q capital X, Q2. In our case, in our example, 3 states are there, hence like that. And then in the right hand side of this particular production rule, again, we have to do it till this QK. Okay, you have to do it till this QK. Now, in terms of this particular rule, right? In terms of this particular rule, what we can do is we can combine all these 3, but it will not be, it will be very complex if the number of states keeps on increasing. In our case, it is only 3 states. It's suppose there are 10 to 20 number of states, and we cannot predict also. There might be 1,000 number of states also. So instead of combining in one line, right, better to write like this. So in our case, right, let me just recollect once again. This is Q, this is A, this is X, this is R, this is X1, X2. Now, for the first QAX, I mean, for the first, after applying, as per the rule number 3, right? As per rule number 3, this is Q, this is Q, X, QK. Okay. So for this combination, Q capital X, QK, I have generated 3. 3 means Q naught capital X, Q naught, and then Q1, and then Q3. I'm sorry, instead of saying 3, I should have mentioned 9. I have generated 9. Okay. Q capital X Q K. This is Q naught jet naught Q naught. This is Q naught jet naught Q1. This is Q naught jet naught Q2. Okay. As per this rules, we need three non-terminals to be generated, but in order to modify the right hand side of this production rules, right, we need to add these 9 things for this one. So why we need these 9 production rules means, let me explain you here. As per rule number 3, right? As per rule number 3, let me use different color here. This is x1, this is x2, and then this particular state both has to be same. Both has to be same. So in our case, these two states are same. In our case, these two are same. So all these similar uh, states which has to be inserted in between this one, right? In between this non-terminal, right? Has to be consisting of all these states. I mean Q naught, Q1, Q2. That's why Q naught, Q0, Q1, Q1, Q2, Q2. And then this one, let me use another color for this. And then this part. And then this part should be similar with this one. So here, when we are generating this one, this is Q0, Q0, Q1, Q1, Q2, Q2. In order to have this one, we have generated for each non-terminal Q0, Z0, Q0. We have 3 combination because we have 3 states combination here. That's why 3 more are being generated here. And then all the states, this Q0, Q0 are similar with this one. Got it? How to fill this one. Now for next one, let me use another color. For this one again, this is Q naught jet naught. Next QK is Q1. So here again, these two are similar, these two are similar, these two are similar, and then this with this, this with this, this with this. Rest you are following that X1, X2 other format. And then for next one, right? For next one, let me use another color. For this one again, this combination is same, this combination is same, this combination is same, and then rest, this is equivalent to this, this with this, this with this. Okay, so from the given production rules, from the given transition function of the push-down automata, number 1, we have applied rule number 3, and then from number 1, we have generated 9 number of production rules. Now, same will be done for this one. Same will be done for this one, number 2. So let me do it for number 2. Let me write it. Let me write number 2. Let me write transition number 2 here. You need not write, but for easy correction purpose or something, it's better to write. Get 1. Q naught, Z1, Z1. Let me use different color. This is Q, this is A, this is X, this is R, this is X1, this is X2. Now, like what we have seen in this one, right? We need to have 9 combination here. So let me write. In this case, Q is Q naught. Q naught, oh, sorry, I was about to write X. In our case, X is Z1. Z1, and then first one is Q naught. Next one is Q naught, Z, Q1. Next one is Q naught, Z, Z1. Q2. Is it correct or wrong? It has to be 0. Okay. And then this is followed by A. This is followed by E. E. Inside this, we have to write Q naught, Q naught, Q1, Q1, Q2, Q2. X1 is Z1, X2 is Z1, X1 is Z1, X2 is Z1, X1 is Z1, X2 is Z1, And then this one is for Q naught. Q naught because R is Q naught. So I'm writing Q naught here. Q naught, Q naught. In this case, this has to be Q naught, Q naught, Q naught. Okay. Now next one is Q naught Jet1, Q1. Q naught Jet1, Q1. Q naught Jet1, Q1. This has to be followed by A, then now at the end this is Q1, so we need to write Q1, Q1, Q1. And then this is pair Q naught, Q naught, Q1, Q1, Q2, Q2. And then this is X1, X2. X1, X2. In our case, X1 is Z1, X2 is Z1. And then this is Q naught, Q naught, Q naught. Okay. And the next one is for Q2. So let me just write Q naught, Z1, Q2. Q naught, Z1, Q2. Q naught, Z1, Q2. A. Again, this is Q2, and this is Q2, Q2, Q2. So middle one, this is Q naught, Q naught, Q1, Q1, Q2, Q2. And then X1 in our case is Jet1, X2 in our case is Jet1, X1 is Jet1, X2 is Jet1, X1 is Jet1, X2 is Jet1. And then this is R is Q naught in our case, so Q naught, Q naught. Okay. So now these are the required production rules. Now let's check whether any remaining transition function is being left out. Yes, 5, 6, 5 and 6 is being left out. Please do it by yourself. Okay. So I'm ending the class here. Please go back and complete it. For 5 and 6, right, you have to apply rule number 3 and then create the production rules. So you need to create 18 more number of production rules for this one. Okay. Bye.